We're back with another mentor mentee motivational moment. So, I really want to talk about one thing that I recently experienced. And when I say recently, it's like yesterday. So, yesterday, I was laid off from a company reorganization, and I felt good about it. Like, I right after it happened, my first words was, I'm so happy I don't have to work with such and such anymore. And I literally like closed the laptop and went on about my day. Now, I was at peace about it because I had already been preparing myself to leave. Mentally, I had already left. That was the first thing. The second thing was I had stopped believing in the vision and the mission of the company. So for me, I can't get behind a company where I don't believe in the vision and the mission. So I was literally still there because I was literally either waiting on God to release me. So I didn't know how he was going to release me. In my opinion, I thought he would release me in a form of another job or in a form of like really doing what I wanted to do, which is not recruit. So literally yesterday around 11 o'clock, it's like, hey, we're doing a company reorg, and your employment is terminated like effective today. And I was really at peace about it. And the peace that I felt was legitimately the peace that passes all understanding. Because in a normal situation, typically people think about their family. Typically people think about their home. Hell, I'm planning a wedding, and I didn't think about none of that. And for me, I continuously told myself, I'd rather be uncomfortable and in God's will than comfortable and outside of his will. So for me, I wanted, however he released me, to be in his will. And that's how I had peace about it, because I knew it was in his will. And I just have this crazy faith to believe that everything is going to be okay because I'm his child. Now, here's the thing. When you work for a company, it's important to understand the mission. It's important to understand the culture, and it's important that you can get behind it. December and January, I don't think I even realized January was January until January 13th, which is my Founders Day. Like, I was still in 2019 mentally, but physically I was in 2020. And things like that happen when you don't look forward to going to work, when you don't look forward to waking up only to go to a place where your light is going to be dim. My life outside of my job was so amazing. It was so amazing. But I got to a point where my life inside of my job, it was like miserable. It's just like I would literally walk in a building and I felt like life sucked out of me. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I just started dressing again, like really dressing, because I used to dress average, but I know I could really dress. So just a few weeks ago, I just started like really dressing. But it was one of those things to where when you no longer can support the vision, when you're no longer being challenged or developed, when people no longer or they have consistently shown you that they have the desire not to develop you, when you know that you're not getting paid what you deserved, or you have not received a raise in a while, in my case it was like 2 years, it's time to go, and it's time to be released from that. We spend 8 hours a day at work. Typically it's 8 hours a day at work. For me, I drove an hour to work and I drove an hour from work. That's 10 hours. Those are 10 hours that I don't get back. And I'm okay with that because I left it all on the table. I left it all on the line. Like, I did everything I could. I had meaningful relationships, but I got to a point to where I refused to spend 10 hours of my time that the good Lord has blessed me with to be in a place that doesn't cultivate the skills that I know that I have. And it's not that it's a bad company. It just wasn't the right company for the woman that I'm growing into. And that's okay. My layoff was legitimately like if you want to, let's say you're in a relationship and you want to break up with somebody and you go to like break up with them, but they actually break up with you and you feel good about it, like, because it's like, I don't have to say nothing. That's how it was. That's legitimately how it was. I went about my day like, okay, and just got, I planned out stuff I was doing this weekend. So I don't even know if this in your life there will be trials and there will be tribulation, but literally if you lean on God and if you understand where your true strength comes from, He will take care of you and He will sustain you. Like for me, I had recognized a long time ago, like my job was just a resource. It was definitely not my source. And that's how I was able to have peace about it. I communicated, like, since I am getting married, I literally communicated, this is what's going on with my significant other. With whatever job I take next, I literally want to make sure that He blesses that and He approves of it as well, because my life now will impact Him. And He's seen it. Like, He saw it coming too. I literally was a part of the company reorganization yesterday. On Tuesday, I went to work. I got home. I typically get off at 4. So I got off around 4. Had to make some stops before I got home. I got home around 6 or 7. My fiance, he literally asked me. He was like, did you quit today? And I was really confused because I'm like, no, I didn't quit. And he was just like, okay. And I asked him why. And he said, you sounded so miserable on the phone. I was waiting on you to tell me that Tuesday was your last day because you quit. On top of that, I had confirmation. One of my spiritual mentors that worked with me at my company, she told me in July or August of 2019, she said, February or March is going to be your time to exit this place. Granted, neither one of us was expecting a layoff. It was definitely unexpected, but even in the unexpected places, you can still have peace when you understand who holds you and your purpose. So that's my mentor-mentee motivational moments. If you all have any questions about navigating a company restructure or company downsizing or whatever, like, let me know. My company, they always have them. They just keep them on the low. I've been there 2 years, and it was one last year and it was one this year. But if you have questions about navigating that or either signs to tell, we kind of saw a lot of me and my coworkers, we talked about, like, we don't know how long our company is going to be around, because although it's a global company, like, you could tell that we're losing accounts. You could tell that we're losing the tools. They're not paying for the tools that help us do our job more efficiently. Or I think a better way to say that is, they stopped paying the tools that would have helped us do the job more efficiently, because I don't work there. So, and it sucks. Like, that it really, really sucks. But I already had, a few things in the works. It's important to definitely build your network out, because I had people that was reaching out to me, saying that they would help me and things like that. So I'm definitely, like, not alone in this process, and I just feel free. I feel free. I really feel free. So I don't know what's next, but I promise to keep you all on the journey. Cheers to another mentor-mentee motivational moment. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.